if I could be anything, like cult leader would be right up there. Like starting a cult.
I feel like that would be too much for me.
Here's the thing. If you're going to be a successful cult leader, do not sleep with everyone's wives. Like why do they always do that? They always fucking do that. Like
we're looking at you, Warren Jeffs.
Don't do that. So this is the idea for my cult, right? I've thought about this a lot. Right. You get the smartest people on the planet to join somehow my cult. And our whole mission is to get the fuck off the planet and colonize another planet.
Isn't that just SpaceX?
SpaceX is, who knows if they do it, but like if we're the first to Mars and we're able to colonize, let's say in like 20 years, we're able to do it. No one else is allowed to come. Like immediately, nope, this is ours.
This is a closed planet.
This is our planet. Only. We own it. And if you come, we will shoot you down. Like this is the Mars Federation. No one else. We left Earth to get away from all you.
Come to Mars. Join the Hebrew Ricky.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Or we colonize like gosh. Damn it, dude! My brain's not working right now. Kepler 22b or whatever. Somehow we make the technology
mighty cold. Is that which one is the Gliese 87b or something? That it's like a giant water planet,
something like that. We call it
with that. Or like there's one. What's the one that they always bring up at all those like cookie cutters, like astronomy shows about like that has like the beaches of diamonds or something.
You colonize one of those planets, you trade, like you have a halfway point and you trade with Earth, but like you're under no governmental control. Like you have your own little, like obviously if it's my colony, it's going to be like a very libertarian, like the Constitution is leave me the fuck alone, right? Pretty much all things are legal. And that's it. It's a little tribe. We got a little tribe going. Obviously I'm the cult leader, the divine representative. I'm the dictator, if you will. And
very libertarian.
Actually, let's just go ahead and change that. I am the
well, actually, it's going to be hard dictator. Fascism. 100%. It's normal dictatorship.
No, we trade with Earth, but no one else is. You can get a visa to visit, maybe, but after you've been checked out thoroughly, and I don't want any. So, like, you're thinking propaganda. I'm like the North Korea of the universe.
I was thinking like post-embargo Cuba, but without the communism.
No communism here. We are a capitalist society with a hardcore capitalist, true free markets. True free markets, exactly. No jails.
See, I'm so sus on capitalism, dude. Like, I believe in business. I believe in doing business and trade and making things and selling things. And commerce. I like commerce, but like, I'm not convinced that capitalism is the way anymore. I've seen it. Like, I've lived through too many instances and just being at the ass end of it.
What's the other way, John?
Of it falling apart. I don't think there is one direction. I think there is. I think part of the reason why we're in this situation is because we wanted to be truly capitalist, because it was a dogmatic response to a quote unquote truly communist country. We had to be the other. I think having somewhere in between that's more in line with like social democracy, is you still have essentially a capitalist market, but with market controls and boundaries and protections that allow for competition and allow for people to actually do business and not just everything to become a mega conglomerate under the hat of like 5 companies.
Yeah, I don't know. Speaking for the planet of Mars, like where we'd end up at, but
that is such an interesting concept to think that if, like, that's one thing I've thought is if we are able to colonize these things, like, if you think the federal government's illegitimate because you live on the West Coast and its seat is like 3,000 miles away,
no way.
Are you going to be like, Yeah, I was gonna say, are you gonna be cool with being like a United States territory 9 months away?
I've read a ton of books like that.
No one is gonna want that.
I would 100%, like if when the cult of Rik colonizes another planet, no one else is allowed.
You have to promise me they have to be called the Rikiolites.
The Rikiolites, I like that. When the Rikiolites colonize another planet, there is no fucking way that I am letting any other government or anything like near that planet. No way. And you have a chance to start fresh. You literally could take all the principles you love from all different countries, the United States, Great Britain, China, all these things that you like. You could build your own system and be like, all right, we're going to just see how this goes. And you have your own kids. The colony starts reproducing, and you start building this thing of people, right? And you just start fresh. You don't have all these news agencies. It's relatively small. Maybe you have like 6,000-7,000 people. You get a lot of shit to work with, like 6,000-7,000 people, and everyone. It's not. You would still. It's not enough people to know, but you would you would know most people. It would be a real small community, real nice planet. You got no worries of the pollution or all that. You could write in environmental laws. You could write in all sorts of things, privacy laws.
Man, what would be the equivalent environmental law outside of like recycling and stuff on Mars that would come?
Well, we're gonna say like Kepler 22b or something like that. So it's like kind of
you have to emit as much methane as possible so we can warm the planet and begin an ecosystem.
Let's say not Mars. let's say like another Earth. It's like 4 times the size of Earth. It's a giant paradise, and you'd want it to be you're the stewards of this planet. So you definitely want to make sure that things are copacetic, because you don't want to ruin it. We just trashed this planet, so you're gonna be like, how do we be sustainable on this one? So it's like, then it's like you got to figure out what kind of plants you can use. You hopefully you'll be all electric, or but fuck, if we have the technology to get there at light speed, like we'll probably.
I was gonna say we'd be electric, but it's gonna be like quantum electricity or something where you just don't even need fucking batteries and circuits. It's just in the atmosphere.
The Rikiolites are a level 2 on the Kardashev scale right now. Like that's the level that we're bringing to this planet, and. It's a secret society of human beings that are watching this. Like, we're gonna just start over. Like that's just what's gonna go down. I've honestly had a dream about this. It was like one of the best dreams I've ever had. It was a sick dream. Obviously, it's not gonna happen, but I was like, man, I woke up. This is gonna be so cool.
Man, what if I had my own cult and we lived on Mars?
If you had a secret society of like the smartest people in the world, and it's like you've somehow built a spaceship and then like just hacked into all these news media and then just broadcasted your thing, be like, we need this type of skill set. Here's the interview. We're leaving in like 2 weeks. You probably wouldn't do that because someone would stop you. Some government would stop you. So you probably would just have to have everything ready because they'd steal the technology.
I don't know if a government could stop you.
Yeah,
if you wanted to leave the planet, I know that like technically like governments have control of the airspace, but like that doesn't mean you can't fly in the airspace.
How pissed off do you think the world would be if you just like did like before you launched?
I mean, you're basically like describing like Elon Musk's wet dream of just like taking all the smart people and fucking off to Mars and like living this like beautiful technocratic hell and leaving everyone else to die on a warming Earth.
You could really fuck people up on your way out. Be like, there's a giant asteroid heading for you guys. So no. This is why we had to do this. So sorry.
Fooled you.
Yeah, which what was that film that just Don't Look Up? Holy shit, man!
Don't Look Up. God, that was
one of the greatest films I've ever seen.
I was so good. It was so good. It was so depressing. I thought we did. Oh no, we didn't. Oh man, that film like genuinely bummed me out for several days because I was just
This
like,
is what would happen.
fuck, that's real. That's literally what's going on right now with global warming. I'm living through this. I hate this. Like, I don't want to feel like the only one who has half a brain.
That was
you know?
basically the central message of that film was if something like this happened, there's no fucking way that we would be able to do anything. It would become politicized immediately, and it would just be ridiculous. Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, I mean that movie, that is a perfect allegory for global warming, like right now. Just living through it and knowing like just the teensiest bit of information about it just is like, I hate it. I would rather be stupid. Well, I wouldn't rather be stupid, but it couldn't be that bad to be stupid and not have to worry about all this stuff all the time.
I don't worry about it. There's nothing you can do about it, man. You can make positive changes. Like if I'm feeling down about myself or something, or I feel like, I'll pick up trash on the side of my street, man. Just because like I live here and like I feel like that's doing good. Like you really got to be able to put out the type of energy that you want to see coming back to you. And I've found that like there's always a choice. You have a choice to do good in this life. And I feel like the more good you do.
I was thinking more like thinking like, oh shit, I don't want to have to live through this because like it's just gonna get hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter, and then the world's on fire. And not so much just like I know there's nothing I can do to change it. It's happening. It's done. Like the time to change it was 40 years ago. Like it's now just like, be a decent person. Don't throw trash on the side of the road.
You should probably stop ocean dumping at some point.
Ride the wave. Yeah, and plastics too.
They have they've released a piece of technology that's going to scrub the oceans of nanoplastics or the microplastics. You read that?
I heard about that. That's going to be pretty damn.
Probably get the person on the show for that. I'll do that. I'll add them.
We should
the doc
totally do that
tonight.